Hello viewers, welcome to another Margot tutorial series. In this video we'll be talking about how to make Vaseline. You know, the Harmattan season is just fast approaching. December is right by the corner, so we'll be making the Vaseline in advance, so that for those people that intend to probably make the Vaseline for their family, or you intend to make the Vaseline maybe for the purpose of making money for sales, this is the right time to plan, so that you can get all the ingredients, you can produce the Vaseline. We are going to produce that Vaseline that you can use at home. There are one or two things that will be reducing for those people that want to sell if you are doing economy. You understand what I mean? Now, if you are a newbie, I will always say this is the channel to be. Make sure you press the red button right now. Subscribe to this channel. For those of all that have been coming along with us, we reached over 100 subscribers just a few months we started. I really appreciate you all. Thank you, and I'm promising you that you will not be disappointed. This channel will be loading with you goodies, a lot of goodies as you go on with us, and I hope that you will enjoy this video. Now let's go straight into the video. So here is my paraffin oil. You will not allow your paraffin oil to be so hot. Let me reduce this. So we don't really need something that is so hot. You only need a kind of mild fire. So I'm trying to put in my jelly. The jelly is not harmful to your hand. Don't mind this smoke. The oil is not so hot, but the pot is a stainless one, so the whole side will be feeling the heat. So you make sure that your jelly dissolves. Now, to save our time, you can put in your jelly and your wax at the same time. So this is my e-wax. I'm using 1 liter of paraffin oil, then 300 gram. This 300 gram is just a little above 1/4 kg of 300 gram of my jelly. It is called petroleum jelly. Then 100 gram of my beeswax. So I will remove it from fire now. So you can see I brought it down from fire because I know that the heat in the oil will dissolve the jelly. It will dissolve it totally. So please note that we are not supposed to put the oil on fire to get red hot. It's just supposed to be hot enough to dissolve the jelly and the wax. Now, if you are making this for sale and you are not using it for the house, or you are selling it to those people that are cost conscious, people that they are conscious of the price that you want to sell it to them, then you will not need to be adding vitamin E or glycerin. You will just add a little fragrance to this and your Vaseline will be ready. However, if we are using it as in our family, that we are not going to be thinking about the cost at this rate. We'll be thinking about the quality and the benefit on our skin. Then we are going to be adding vitamin E. If you don't have access to this vitamin E, always use alternatives. You can use the vitamin E capsule. I'll be using 20 ml of my vitamin E. That means that you may be using your capsule, maybe like 3 of the vitamin E capsule, depending on your ability. You can use between 3 and 10 capsules into this 1 liter of paraffin oil. I'll be using 30 ml of my glycerin, and I'll be using 20 ml of my fragrance. Now, fragrance is very expensive, so you can decide to use 10 ml, you can decide to use 5 ml. It all depends on your budget and the purpose of the Vaseline. If it's for sale, you may not be needing up to 20 ml. If you are using it for your personal use, you can use 10 ml, you can use 15, you can use 20. But for me and my family, we like something that smells very nice, so I chose to use 20 ml because that is my preference. Now, I brought this down from fire so that you will not be seeing something like maybe the heat will be reduced, and I continue stirring until the jelly totally dissolved. Now, after this, you are now going to add your vitamin E. This is 60 ml of vitamin E, but I'm using just 20 ml. So I'm just going to be gauging it so that I'll be using 20 ml. If this is 60 ml, we are not done. Then, I've eventually used 30 ml. I'm going to drop the description in the comments section below. So my vitamin E, I eventually used just 30 ml of the vitamin E. Is so good on our skin, even though it has an awful smell. That is why I prefer to use 20 ml of my fragrance. So I used 30 ml of my glycerin, and I'm using 20 ml of my fragrance. 20 ml of my fragrance. So some people will be wondering, so Vaseline is not supposed to be liquid in content. No, you are going to see the end product of this. After we have done this, we'll leave it to cool. You can cover it up somewhere. You can, for me, I'm going to bottle it. I'm going to be pouring it inside the containers, so that by the time it has solidified, you will be able to see the end result. So I'll be using this container. I'll be using these containers. I'll be measuring my Vaseline inside this container. You can use something smaller. There are several other containers. I hope I'll be able to make a video on packaging for some of those products that I've been able to make, so that we'll understand, you know, because I said we are using it in the house. This can last me for months in my family during this Harmattan period. Some other families may be bigger, they may be using something bigger. Some other families may do some. If you are using it for sale, you may need to get smaller containers, so that you can be able to put it inside those smaller containers for people that are interested to buy. So the container comes in a pack of 12. So I'm trying to remove as much as I will need for this particular purpose. So you will check the heat, and you will be sure that it's not too hot before you turn it inside your container. Trying to check it. Yes, the heat is, so you can see how beautiful this is. You know, the vitamin E, you can see you see how beautiful this is? It's looking really nice. I deliberately made a choice of a transparent container like this. I'm going to snap the picture so that we can see the end result of this. So for me, I like my Vaseline to be glossy. I don't like a thick consistency of the Vaseline. There are some Vaselines out there that are very thick. Like if you are using Blue Seal is very thick, and Blue Seal has all these components in it. But for me, I prefer a glossy consistency. So if peradventure you make it and you feel that, oh, it's not as thick as what you would have preferred, you are going to have to increase your wax. I used e-wax. You may have to increase your e-wax from 100 gram to maybe 150 gram or thereabouts. So I'm making this according to my preference. It will be used by me and my family. So from that 1 liter, we are able to get so many out of this. If you are a newbie, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, If you loved what you have watched, you have benefited in any way, I would like you to subscribe to this channel. I would like you to share this video. You can watch it in your entrepreneurship classes in your different schools. You can send it to your children's school. Let them watch how to make this kind of qualitative Vaseline. As the year is running to an end, it will be something wonderful. That will be your simple way of giving back. You can make this and use it. Will moisturize the skin. It has vitamin E in it. It has glycerin in it. Glycerin moisturizes the skin. It brings water from the atmosphere to our skin. So if you are having dry skin and you are going to be using this, I'm telling you, you are good to go. So using this will be okay. You can see how many, for those of us that intend to sell, you know, I used 1 liter of paraffin oil. I used 300 grams of my jelly. I used 100 grams of my beeswax. I used 20 ml of my fragrance. I used 30 ml of my vitamin E. You can see the little one remaining. You may need to pour this into another smaller container so I'll be leaving this. I'll be pouring this inside the container. You can see something like it's having a pinch of water. Maybe the pot didn't get dry enough. Then sometimes our vitamin E leaves it like this. So I would advise you shake it well before the time you start pouring it into it. You shake the container, you stir it well. I mean, you stir it with your turning stick. You turn it well before the time you start turning. Another reason why this may be doing like this is it's already getting ordinary. So after a while, we'll come back to this. You'll see that all this will have solidified into our Vaseline. Thank you for viewing. I hope that you have enjoyed what you have viewed. So I would like you to subscribe to the channel, like, share, as I've said earlier. Thank you. See you in my next video.